Hello, it's Megan Lorraine
Jillian Malone.
and we are here from Indigo Sisterhood. We're going to talk about our experience using CBD from the company Thought Cloud.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting topic for me. I actually started using it because I saw that you had recommended it on Facebook. So I don't know if you just want to start like talking about some of the benefits of CBD in your
Sure,
personal.
I can talk about it, like the benefits. So basically, I've been using the CBD. This is it. I've been using CBD oil with this company since December of last year. That's when I received it. And with CBD, it basically helps to like calm you. So if you have, like, for example, with me, like I have anxiety and stuff. So whenever I use the CBD oil, it helps to calm me. And it helps to, like, for example, I just used it because I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day. I just used it, and it's like CBD basically helps with, like, if you have anxiety. It also decreases inflammation, it reduces stress, and it manages, like, if you have seizures.
Mhm.
So those are some of the benefits of CBD, that it just basically helps to, like, calm you.
Yeah,
At least that's been my experience.
that's been my experience too. Especially if I have something like I have a day that I know is going to be particularly stressful or give me anxiety. That's when I usually take it. I don't take it every day, and I do have the same one that you use as well.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like an instant anxiety relief. It's really amazing. Um, I don't have any personal experience with the seizures, but I've heard that years ago I was listening to some podcast, maybe on like NPR or something, and um, parents were talking about how it was the only thing that helped their child that had seizures. I'd
Wow.
be interested to hear if anyone has experience with that.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. If we have any parents or families that watch that has a child or just maybe have experienced a seizure before and would like to be on our podcast, we would love to pick your brain, because that's our whole intention with Indigo Sisterhood, is to come together every weekend. Even if, let's say, one of us can't show up, like how Michelle, she's not here today because it's Mother's Day, and at least here in the US. But if anyone has any personal experience with seizures or anything and has used CBD, it doesn't have to be from the company Thought Cloud. It could just be in general, would like to share about how that might have helped them, we would love to interview you.
Yeah, and that's a good way to, I guess, get the word out and the benefits of CBD. Is a very natural way to heal. Like you said, it reduces inflammation. A lot of people have misconceptions about it. I think they think it's a maybe like a psychoactive, or what do you call it when with a THC in marijuana?
Like a drug or...
Yeah, like gives you the high, but CBD oil doesn't have the THC from the
Right, that's my understanding, right? It doesn't have THC in it, right?
right. So it doesn't affect your mental process or your ability to function during the day. It actually just lessens it lessens your anxiety. I think it's working because even if you have anxiety too, there's inflammation like in parts of your brain as well. So
Right.
kind of like balance, this chemically balances you. But it's amazing.
I know, I love it. Like, I recently just got from Thought Cloud the facial bar they have, and I've been using that in combination with the CBD, and I don't know, I just love it because I just feel like it really sets the mood where it's just calming
Hmm.
and
And
stuff.
your skin looks really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I have never used the facial bar, but I've also heard like people that have different skin problems, it can really help with that.
Yeah, I know for me, like I've had personal experience with like acne and breaking out and stuff, and so I'm very sensitive. Like when it comes to my skin, I'm just very like I get shy where I'm like, oh. But I don't know. Since I've been using the CBD on my skin, I feel like I've noticed a difference in the texture of my skin.
Yeah, it looks like it's glowing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, so this company Thought Cloud, and I know other companies too, but this, I just really like this company, and thanks for recommending it.
Yeah,
Um,
of course.
they have CBD for pets too, or it's the same, um, the same ingredients. It's just a lower dose for your pets, and we give it to our dog Trixie, and it helps her a lot with her kind of anxiety. Some nights she gets really um, worked up. She's very neurotic. So we just give her a little CBD oil, and then she's able to relax and calm down.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a cat too. Well, I have my cat. He's at home with his grandparents right now, but I will probably use maybe a little bit with him because he's not like an anxious cat, but he's a little hyper. He's 6. He just turned 6 in February, so but I'm thinking I'll probably use it, if you recommend it with animals, like with Trixie and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Yeah. You do. And Trixie, the like poor thing, sometimes she's sitting here. She can say hi. She's
oh,
hasn't had any CBD today, but she's pretty
so
calm.
cute.
Yeah.
Look at her.
But I feel bad for her sometimes with her anxiety, because it's almost like she just can't settle down, or I don't know what triggers it for her. I think it might be her breed, because she's part Chihuahua and Terrier mix. So those breeds are kind of high strung. So it's a good way to just kind of make her relax.
That's good. That's good that you found something that helps Trixie because she's such a cute little baby. I can't wait to meet her one day.
Yeah,
She's so feisty. Like I just love her personality. She's like your little sidekick,
yeah, totally.
That's how I feel about my cat. I'm like, he's my baby. And
Oh, I'm so glad you get to see him soon. Be with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shall we pull a card for the week?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start.
Okay.
I'm going to be pulling a card from this beautiful deck that I love. It's by Jody Bergsma. It's called Magical Times. I love it because it's like very happy. It has like fairies and dragons and stuff. So I'm just going to pull a card for the week for Indigo Sisterhood, whoever's watching. I guess the question could be, what do we need to know most for this week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the card that I pulled, Rebirth. Look at that. Cool. And what I love about this card, it has like an affirmation. So it says, no matter what happens, you can find new wings, rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming.
Cool. Is that like a phoenix on it or something, or
I think so, yeah.
rising out of the ashes?
Yeah, rising from the ashes.
Very cool.
So rebirth.
Yeah. I'm just going to use the Rider Waite deck. I like this, it's the kind of the original tarot deck. Or, actually don't know if it's the original, but one of the more classic ones.
Okay, cool.
Let's see what card we get. So what should we know for this week? Okay, so I got the 7 of Swords here. So this is an air card. Air is more related to our mental process and our thoughts. This is a card about individuality. So kind of, going on your own path. And it can feel a little bit difficult at times because you can see, he's collecting these swords and kind of looking behind him. So it almost feels like for some of us, it might almost feel like we're kind of going upstream in a way this week with our more of our thoughts and the way we're perceiving the world. But just to know that it's okay, because there's a uniqueness in the way that you're approaching things, and just to kind of embrace your individuality, because it's really something to be proud of, like not thinking like the crowd and kind of going against the stream. So even though it can feel difficult.
That's how anxiety is, at least from my experience, where it's kind of like, you know how when we get anxious, we kind of just like our thoughts, like really relating to air, we kind of like become ungrounded, like we're not in our bodies. I know that happens to me sometimes when I have an anxiety attack where I just feel like, ugh. But then what helps me as far as like with coping skills is using something like Thought Cloud, like CBD.
Mm-hmm.
Using affirmations, connecting with like-minded people, like Jillian, she's a really close friend of mine. That helps me whenever I start to feel like stressed out. What about you? What are some coping skills that you use? Like
When I'm feeling stressed out, yeah. So I recently, thanks to your advice, I have been using the CBD. I find that to help. Also, like I like how you related that card to anxiety, because it's very fitting. I kind of, when I'm feeling anxious, I recognize it, accept the way I'm feeling, try not to judge it, but also I tell myself, this is a mental thing, and I can overcome it. That I'm creating this anxiety through my own mental process. And I think part of it is physical too. I think our bodies also make us anxious, or our physiology is part of the anxiety as well. But it's almost like you can talk yourself out of it.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to like have like a coping skills that will help you to feel better about
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Like how in the US it's Mother's Day. A lot of people unfortunately don't have their moms maybe like in the physical world, like maybe their moms are in heaven or whatever it may be. I guess my only take on that is, your mom is always with you, I guess. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if what I'm
Yeah.
saying is fitting, but
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think Mother's Day, it's important to recognize those mothers that have passed on. Um, and I do believe that too, that when we pass on, our energy just goes somewhere else. And I think with our ancestors, we can call on them to help us, and that's something I do a lot, and I really do feel the presence of like my grandmothers. So yeah, thanks for that.
yeah, of course. Yeah, awesome. I'm so glad that we got to share about our experience with CBD, and definitely I highly recommend it. Um, and I don't know, I love it. I don't use it every single day, at least like I try not to. Like I try to do it every day, but if I forget, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I forgot, but
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, it helps me with my anxiety and
Oh, me too. Yeah, and I don't think there's any harm in using it every day. The reason I don't is because it's kind of pricey.
it
It's
is. It is kind of pricey.
Yeah, I think it depends on what the strength you get, but I think this bottle is like around $50. So if you use it every day, it's gonna only last you a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think mine is a smaller dosage, right? Because mine is 500.
Yeah, I have the
You have
750.
the 750, yeah. Yeah, so I try not to use it every single day, but I try to use it as much as I can or when I remember and stuff. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so glad we got to share about CBD and our experience with Thought Cloud. Definitely recommend them. They have a website. It's Thought Cloud. So THOUGHT Cloud CL the number 0, I think,
Um,
UD.com.
yeah, we can post the link in our video. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah, I know it's Thought Cloud.
It might say on the bottle actually.
Probably.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, oh yeah, it does. So it's thoughtcloud.net.
.net. Okay, cool.
Just
Yeah, I highly recommend them. They're a really good company.
yeah. My husband Mark too. His podcast is affiliated with them, so I can, if you order from his link, he gets a discount on his products. But no pressure. No one has to.
Yeah, but help someone out. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Indigo Sisterhood. Megan and Jillian signing off for this weekend, and we look forward to next weekend where we will have another awesome conversation and hopefully could interview someone that would love to be open to be on our podcast.
Yes, reach out to us.
Yeah.
All right. Have a beautiful day or night wherever you are.
Yes. Bye.